All right. After over a year of living in Thailand, we are now leaving the country and moving on. I told this news to no more than a handful of people, and all of those reacted very surprised. Let me tell you this right away. It hasn't been an easy decision, not at all. I love Thailand. I spoke about it in other podcasts, and now in this episode, I want to talk about the reasons why we're leaving and then also tell you where we're going next. Now, I'm doing this for you. Maybe you are also a digital nomad family and you consider coming here to Thailand. Maybe this is still on your bucket list. Maybe you want to leave Switzerland, leave Germany, leave your home and come to Thailand and live the good life. And then also I do this for myself. Because at some point in the future, and I know this is going to happen, I will ask myself, Martin, why did you do this? Why did you leave this beloved country? Why did you leave the scooter life? Why did you leave this country where, well, the sun is almost always out? Why did you leave everything behind that you loved so much? So this is kind of a reminder also for myself to justify our move, because I know for sure, like, there will be some bad times or like a time when I think, oh, we should have stayed here. This is going to happen. And I mean, there is no right or wrong to that. I don't know whether it's right to leave. I don't know whether it's, what the right move is. But for now, we made the decision that we're going to leave Thailand for several reasons. I'm going to tell you the reasons, obviously. Again, it hasn't been an easy decision, and Gabriela and myself, we've been talking back and forth. We've been having a lot of conversations around this topic, and for now, well, we decided we're going to leave. And the first reason why we're going to do that is because there's some kind of uncertainty about the visa. Right now, we are here as students, so we have like a 1 year visa. We can possibly get another year, shouldn't be a problem. But if you live in a country and you're not sure yet whether you get another visa next year and the year after, it's just like some kind of uncertainty. I would say it's obviously not the main reason. It's some concern. Here in Thailand, there is actually the option to buy a visa. It's quite costly, but if you really wanted to stay here, you can pay a good amount of money and you can actually stay. So in case you didn't know, the visa is actually for sale here. So if you have enough money, you can go to the immigration, pay, again, quite a lot, and then you can stay for like 5 or even 10 years. But this is one concern right now, uncertainty about visa. Okay, then next, and this will surprise most of you, cost of living. All right, most people think in Thailand everything is so inexpensive, you don't need money to live here, which is not true, It is kind of true. You can actually live here on a budget, right? You can live here with very little money, with little expenses, and then you have the other side, obviously, where you also can spend a lot. It obviously depends on your lifestyle. It depends whether you want to live in a hostel or in a 5-star hotel, whether you want a swimming pool where your kids can enjoy themselves, or whether you're okay with like a little room for yourself. Obviously, and the same goes for food. It is much cheaper, obviously, than Switzerland, especially the food. When I think of a curry, you can get a Thai curry for like 2 francs, like 150 probably, if you look for it. But you can also get a pizza for like 15 francs. So just here, obviously, the Thai cuisine is cheaper, like foreign dishes like pizza. There's not so much a difference, but in general, Thai dishes compared to where I come from, Switzerland, is around, well, proportioned 1 to 5. So it's 5 times less expensive here, at least. So it is affordable. Housing is more affordable, obviously. But, and this is what people don't know, you have the visa, all right? The visa, I don't remember the exact number, but I believe it's between 50 and 100K. And then the other thing, school. So Lara comes to that age where she needs to go to school, right? Right now she goes to kindergarten, everything good, everything affordable. It's no more than what we would pay for like daycare in Switzerland, all good. Now when it comes to school, this changes. We visited a few schools. This one here in Hua Hin, from what I've seen, great school, and they have like this great facility with swimming pool and basketball court, and they have like after school activities. Looks amazing, really. I was positively surprised. However, costs are about 20K a year for someone who goes to primary school, right? 20K a year. And now, where I come from, Switzerland, you have like the public schools, which are pretty good, right? Most people go to public school, and they're free, all right? Now, you can obviously make this comparison. We did this many times, and it turns out Thailand is no longer cheaper than Switzerland. Yeah, you have the housing that is more affordable here. Yeah, you have like the cost of living, food that is cheaper. But then if you consider visa fees, if you consider school, then it's pretty much the same, right? So this entire reason Thailand is cheap doesn't apply here anymore, at least when you have kids, right? If you're alone, this changes again, right? If you don't have kids, if you just come here to enjoy yourself, then completely different story. And I would say until now, when Lara goes to kindergarten, we certainly spend less than, let's say, in Switzerland. Expect for when we're traveling, and this is another thing, right? If you stay in one place and you have your house and you make a deal with a local person, all good prices. Now, if you travel around and you hop from one Airbnb to another, and maybe you go a weekend to Malaysia and then you go to Bali, then you spend like easily, you know how it works with flights, right? You go to Bali and you spend $1,000 in one day, and then you fly to Malaysia and you spend again 1,000. And yeah, this is actually the costly thing about traveling, about this lifestyle. It's not about being here and cost of living. It's actually going from one place to another, just to make this very clear, because people always think this, what we're doing here, the digital nomad lifestyle is cheap and very affordable. Not if you travel around. If you come here, you have like one flight, you stay here, same place, same destination, same apartment, then yeah, you can get very good deals and you're good, okay? If your plan is to travel, to see different destinations, if you want to go to Phuket and Chiang Mai, obviously you will spend on tickets for day trips and you want to see all the touristic destinations. It just sums up. I'm not saying it's super expensive, but it sums up, all right? So this is one thing, costs, right? Is not cheaper. So again, there's no, should we stay, should we not stay, cost is equal. So also a neglectable factor, I would say. Then we have the school itself that I just discussed. So again, Lara can go to school in Switzerland. She can stay here or could go here in Thailand. We would have to pay a lot for private school. Now, if I look out into the future, let's say 10, 15 years from now when she graduates, now what I see here in Thailand, everyone who graduates, so you go to primary school, you do high school, when you graduate, everyone goes to America, goes to Europe to study there. And then I'm thinking, okay, why would I spend so much money here when she goes then to Switzerland to study anyway, or when she go to America anyway? It just doesn't make sense. And then also in this regard, you have like the Swiss education visa, where you have like the apprentice, where you have the opportunity to study, where you have just good job opportunities. And this is, yeah, not everywhere the same. We've lived in Brazil, we've lived now here in Thailand. I see the salaries, I see the job opportunities, or I should say the non-existing job opportunities and the low salaries. And then I think, okay, Lara might have a better future in Switzerland or somewhere in Europe than here in Thailand, right? Another thing is that Gabriela cannot work here. So she has no remote work. She doesn't have a remote business like I have. And then B, she has no work permit. And even if she had one, again, you would make maybe $400 a month, which is not too much, right? At least when you compare it to a salary in Switzerland, where you get like X10 of that. And this is obviously something that bothers her especially as well. Now you can say, Martin, you have like an online business here, why don't you hire her? We've tried that, okay, it didn't work out that well. It turns out she actually did her certification in nutrition and personal training, so that's awesome. And maybe she will work in this field even as a trainer, who knows. She's not so inclined to working online. She doesn't have like even the experience nor the will to be on the computer, like spending 10 hours in front of a notebook like I do. It's just not her thing, not something that she's interested in, and I need to accept that. She has done some videos for me. She sometimes does camera work, or she does recipes, or just little editing things, and I appreciate her doing that. But I also understand that it might not be her biggest passion. And yeah, for this reason, we said, okay, this is probably not the way to go for her, right? And then the most important thing, I need to see that I don't get emotional here. Now, let me drink something. I think the most important thing is that the longer we stay here in Thailand, I get to recognize that this is my dream, right? I realized literally my dream when I think back of 2 years, 3 years, even a longer time back, I always imagined to live at the beach, in a place where it's always warm, in a place where I can wear tank top and shorts just all day, every day, where I don't need to wear hoodies, right? Where I don't need to wear jeans. I actually got rid of all my jeans. I got rid of all my shirts and pullovers, and just like I literally have either a tank top on or nothing at all, shirtless. I love the sun. I love the beach. I love going for walks at the beach. I love when it's hot. I love when I sweat even. I have a gym membership here without aircon, and as you imagine, it's like 35 degrees Celsius, and you're working out there, so you're sweaty, and I love that. I don't know what it is, like most people hate it. For me, like I really enjoy this vibe. I love the Thai food. I love the scooter life, right? I feel so free when I drive on my scooter and it's sunny. It's just such a good vibe. And I think like everything I ever dreamed of, I have here. Like I have like, again, different gyms. Most of the gyms I have for myself. I'm in there. I have one gym where I can film. There are some, well, yeah, sportsmen around me. We have like Olympic gymnast, we have an Olympic taekwondo teacher, we have like the soccer arena. Lara can go and play, and every day we do some kind of activities. I mean, it's just like what makes me happy, really, because if you think about it, the work is here the same like in Switzerland. Like, I help entrepreneurs, I help dads to get in shape. Is what I do, what I've been doing for the last, 4 years officially, unofficially 2014 when I started Gym Performance. Now, where I do that doesn't matter that much, but what matters to me is when I go out for a walk, and it's nice here, and the sand beach where I can go for a walk, put in some music, and it just makes me so happy, right? What makes the difference is that I, well, like I said before, I feel really free. I can pretty much do whatever I want, go whatever I want. There's no people who look weirdly. There's no one who stops me. No one I need to justify myself for something I did. I just feel very, very free. Like I never did before, and I think this is one reason why I love Thailand so much. Everyone, like, they're friendly, but they also mind their own business, right? And again, like all those things that I dreamed about, I made a reality. If you break it down, yeah, I have my online business. I can travel the world. I can do the things I enjoy, that I love. Fitness, my big passion, became my profession, really. And it just feels good. I feel grateful for what I built. But it doesn't mean that people around me, and I'm like thinking of Gabriela and Lara, obviously, that they love it as much as I do. Gabrielle, for example, she doesn't like the scooter life, not at all. She hates it. She hates it. She doesn't like driving with me or alone, doesn't matter. She likes the Thai food. She likes the Thai people, how friendly they are. She's okay with the weather, but she doesn't love it. She's not like me, who appreciates the weather so much. She doesn't like, going to the gym and be sweaty. That's my thing, somehow. It's not her, right? So for me, it's like, man, that's such a good feeling. And I'm going out for a walk, 30 minutes, sun, tanking vitamin D. And she said, oh, it's almost too warm. I'm okay. I can do like those steps on a treadmill or whatnot. I don't need to go out, right? And then, as I said earlier, career-wise, she explained that she wants to work again, because until now, she basically lived off savings. And if you don't have an income, I mean, those run out as well, right? And for her, it was good that she had, some money that she could do whatever she wanted, right? That she doesn't need to come to me and ask for permission, and she can like buy makeup, whatever it is. I have no idea actually, and that's okay. Like, she wants to be independent. Also, a reason why it didn't work out with Gym Performance, because she said, look, when I work for you, then you're my boss, and we're dependent on this one business, right? And she wants to be independent, and I actually appreciate that. I find this actually super cool. Now again, with work here, not so easy. And yeah, coming back to this point, it's my dream. And I think I achieved pretty much everything at this point I ever wanted. I'm not saying I don't have any other dreams, because the moment you achieve goals, you set new ones, right? I hope you do. That's what I do. And yeah, obviously we could now stay in Thailand, but I also say, if we stayed here, then it would be probably for me and me only. And isn't it a bit egoistic if I say now, look, it's my life here, I want to stay here, I don't care about Lara's future, I don't care about Gabriela's career, her job opportunities. I'm enjoying it here, and this is why we're staying. And I find this wrong, okay? And so we sat together, we discussed it through, and said, okay, what are the next steps? And so we came to the conclusion that, at least for now, we're leaving Thailand. We're going away. What's next is actually two things. Number one is we have to organize some things in regards to passport and allowance for residency and all kind of paperwork with immigration in Switzerland. So first destination is going to be Switzerland. The goal is that we're going to stay there for no more than 2 weeks. Given everything goes right, we get the papers needed. And once that is done, then we're going to Brazil. This is something I actually also look forward to. Because Brazil, similar climate, also mostly sunny, also tank top time and short time. And yeah, we lived there for 2.5 years. It was challenging back then. I'm not going into it, that's another discussion. I've made a other episode about our story and about the struggles and about everything we went through there. This time is a bit different, obviously. Gabriela has family there, so we're going there to see them, to spend some time with them. And then, and then in summer, we'll see. For now, we have the tendency, I said the tendency because we haven't decided fully yet, but we have the tendency to go to Switzerland to on-school Lara there because Lara's education is important to me and that Gabriela can work is important to me too. So those are very good reasons to move back, right? Which means that I have to endure the cold, which means that I can no longer wear shorts and tank top. I am aware of this, but you know, what is more important at the end of the day, right? And yeah, this is the exact question we discussed through many times. On one hand, career and, you know, school, education, everything, but then on the other hand also happiness level, right? For me, it's pretty clear. Where am I happier? Switzerland versus Thailand. I don't need to tell you the answer. You will know that. But then again, if we watch out in the future, what might be best for our family, honestly, black on white, or if you just see the cons and the pros, it would be pretty freaking clear. Switzerland is the obvious choice. So yeah, for now we have the tendency to on-school her there. And this being said, a lot can change until then. It's not the first time we changed our plans. I mean, in the beginning, it was the plan to come to Thailand for 2 months and then go to other places. We ended up staying for more than a year because we liked it so much. So I'm not saying that we're definitely going to be there in Switzerland, but obviously it comes with benefits. Also from a business perspective, I know a lot of people, I have good connections in Switzerland, people I can reconnect. So yeah, I see this as a, I see all the positive things. This is all I wanted to say, right? Obviously, I would have to sacrifice my beloved scooter lifestyle and always sunny and always in tank top lifestyle. But there are other things that, well, are not too bad either in Switzerland. Let's put it this way. And that's it. That's, yeah, what I wanted to tell you, why we're leaving. Again, it's probably more for myself so that I recall those reasons and say, okay, yeah, it was the right move for those reasons. Basically, just a little life update here, right? If you have questions about this topic, if you want to give me your opinion or share me your story, whatever it is, send me a DM or a comment on this video. I will be more than happy to answer your questions or have a conversation. I leave it at this now, all right? I leave it at this. It wasn't not so easy than I thought. Should I do this video, should I not? But again, probably more for me than anyone else, just to, yeah. Come to terms with that, really. Come to terms with that. Because we decided, and then I still have to, really? Are we going back? And so, yeah, these are the reasons. Now you know what we're going to do next, where we will be. Stay tuned, because there might be some changes coming. Whatever I'm saying here, life is unexpected. And as my story, as you can tell from my story, right, where I was in Switzerland and then out of sudden end up in Brazil with a baby, and then back in Switzerland, and then in Thailand, and then back in Switzerland and Brazil, and it's a freaking roller coaster, and I love the ride. Let's stop it here. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.